Hello, this is Agnes, and I decided to talk about Bruce Tuckman's stages of group development, which I looked up online. And it's a model that describes the evolution of groups who are working together to accomplish tasks. So, mainly, um, working groups, people at work in their careers. So there were initially four stages of Tuckman's group development. There was a fifth stage added by Tuckman um, a couple decades after he initially came out with this model. But the five stages are forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So the first one is forming. This is when a group comes together for a particular task. They don't know each other yet. These people kind of start feeling each other out. They start discussing, what is our group task? What are we here to do? Who are we? We don't know each other. They'll chit chat. They might have off topic discussion. Hi, Sally. How was your day? How are you doing? How's the weather? Hey, Bob. How was your weekend? Because the whole idea is to have inoffensive discussion that's not going to surface interpersonal conflicts. People are still kind of getting the hang of things. So this is the very beginning, and Tuckman called this the testing and dependence phase. So people are testing kind of boundaries, they're testing ground rules, trying to figure out what are our relationships to each other going to be, who seems like they kind of know what's going on, what are we trying to accomplish, what are we trying to achieve. So this is kind of the forming is like the very genesis of the group and what they're going to do. So after that, we move on to storming, which is actually a phase which features intergroup conflicts. A lot of the time, people start sort of jockeying for leadership positions or trying to have their ideas heard. There may be power struggles. There will be clashing points of view and styles. People may have defensive reactions to the power structures forming in the group or towards being sucked into the group. So, for example, hey, Sally, Bob is kind of dominating the group and he keeps insisting that his solutions are the ones we should go with. Yeah, I think he's kind of dominating the conversation. I don't really like him. He's very bossy and not very considerate. Hey guys, I've decided that the solution that I have is the best one because of these and these reasons, and I think that you should all listen to me. And some groups don't ever actually move past this phase, meaning they are not cohesive, they don't work well together, they argue a lot, they struggle for power, and they don't really get very much done. Ideally, however, things start to settle down and we move into the norming phase, which is when Tuckman said development of group cohesion starts to form. So people get to know each other, they start understanding each other's points of view, their strengths and weaknesses. They have established rules and norms around how the group behaves, how the individuals behave in the group. They may share leadership positions. So, today I'm leading the meeting and let's go over the ideas that Bob gave us last time. And let's have feedback from Sally on some research she did on her end. So people are free to express themselves. They have found some balance. They've gotten some routines down. They feel free to share their feelings and they accept each other, feel freedom to express. And the data starts flowing. They like to collaborate and work on things together. So things are progressing pretty nicely. It's a fairly functional group. The next stage is performing, which it was called by Tuckman functional role relatedness. This is when the group becomes, in his words, a problem-solving instrument. So when everyone is independent, but they're also flexible, they're adaptable, they're able to make room for other people and their ways of doing things. Everyone's role is fairly clear, and the energy is channeled into the tasks at hand versus either power struggles or still trying to figure out how everything will work. Man, we really killed it on this project last week. The numbers are looking great. Yes, I agree, and I think this is the next thing we should focus on. I already got started doing some research. Oh, awesome. I feel like I could help you with that. And also, here's some stuff I came up with. And this is the ideal group. This is when they're at their peak and they're really working the best they could be. And this was originally when Tuckman stopped his stages of group development. However, he noticed that other researchers who had done research into his group development model noticed another final stage, which he also added, which is called adjourning, which is essentially when the group starts winding down. The tasks they're given have been accomplished or mostly accomplished. Something in the future is signaling a termination of the group and their project that they're working on. This is also called termination, and it's actually characterized frequently by sadness and lack of energy, lower output. People tend to be sad that their cohesion and their co-working is coming to an end because they've hit that flow state where everything just worked really well and everyone felt accomplished and like they were important and their contributions were valued. So sometimes people express a lot of sad feelings, or it sabotages their productivity because they're very sad about the termination. Although some people also express relief that things are coming to an end and winding down. Hey guys, so we're gonna reach the end of this project in 3 months. I noticed that, Earl, you haven't turned in your numbers. Yeah, I'm still working on that. I'm just really bummed. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you guys. Feels like the deadline isn't quite as important anymore. And then they all get together and go out for drinks at TGI Fridays to celebrate what a great job they did. And that is Bruce Tuckman's Stages of Group Development.